Afternoon baseball now, and a fine Sunday for our national pastime from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Today it's the rubber match of this three-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the New York Yankees. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Michael Pineda, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, he was not real effective in his last start. He gave up 9 hits. Going to have to limit that here in this one.
Gene Segura makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Seattle, shortstop, number 2.
Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. You know, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, EK. They come in fresh off a victory last time out, but it comes on the heels of a 5-game losing streak prior to that.
And after the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series and take 2 out of 3 if they can just take care of business here.
Pineda's ready. Here he comes on 2-0. 3-0 now.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Yeah, just to get me over fastball, anything to avoid a 4-pitch walk to start the game.
Line to the right side, and that's in there, a base hit. So the leadoff man is on here to get this one underway.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Leonis Martin will stand in. He's got that average pushing up near 300 to start the new season. First offering on its way. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Throw over to the bag. A dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. But this will land untouched. Nobody out, runner on first. Hit sharply toward the right side. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Back-to-back, very hard-hit balls to start the ball game, and he whistles this one for a base hit. You're in good shape to make something happen here in the very first inning.
Nelson Cruz will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Tapped out in front of home. To second for 1. And he'll have to hold on to it there as the takeout slide had him well off balance.
Well, this is a pretty smart decision here at second base. He's got that clock running in his head, so he knows he's about to take a shot. So at that point, why risk throwing this ball into the dugout or into the 10th row? He just absorbs the hit, and he hangs on to the baseball.
Darrell Lee gets his first shot now, and he's working on a modest 5-game hitting streak. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Hit hard toward first. Well, this is speared by the first baseman, and he has to dive at him with the baseball, but he makes the play to end the inning. So they get to him for a couple of hits in the inning here, but they've got nothing to show for it. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Drew Smyly gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, not a big strikeout pitcher here on the mound, so expect to see a lot of balls put in play, defense being very involved. Should be fun to watch.
Starlin Castro comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Starlin Castro.
And that's in there for strike one. EK, you look at the M's entering play here this afternoon. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
After the loss last time out, that sets up a rubber match here in the finale, so I'm expecting this to be the best game of the 3.
Ready with the 0-2. Too high. 1-2. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now.
He's hoping to just run that heater by him. So he's ramped up the velocity here in the last 2 pitches.
That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? No, it'll be taken in by the second baseman, covering some ground out there as he makes the play. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. What's going to be the key for him today, Steve?
Well, definitely be aggressive at the plate. You've got to come through with clutch 2-out hits, and don't leave runners in scoring position. That's the key.
Brian Dozier steps in looking to get it going offensively. Things have not been going his way of late. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
This is line to left. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Yeah, a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the first. Now you've got the 3, 4, 5 guys coming up. Let's see if they can turn this into the first run of the ball game.
Mike Trout takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, some call Simmons a pitcher's umpire because he's been known to have a wide zone at times, but I think he evens it out, to be honest with you. Pretty fair overall.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
Runners on first with 1 down. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Too high. And it's 3-0.
If you're wondering, this is a straight green light here. When your star's up there, you bet he's swinging if it's good.
And he gets the call there, 3-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And a dive, but he's back in. Here's the 3-1. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
Batting fourth, right fielder
Bryce Harper will stand in for the first time now, and he'll do so as the 4th leading hitter in the American League.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
Too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. First and second now, 1 man out. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. And with that, let's take a look at how the Mariners will set up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Coming to the plate now, Matt Holliday. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. After 1, no score. Danny Valencia will stand in, and as you can see the big number there, he's up over 400 to begin the campaign.
Well, when you look at what this guy's done so far, Matty, he leads this ball club in average. He's been a huge part of their offense so far this season.
Pineda into his motion. Here's the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1.
Well, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning. With a moment now, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best all-around players in the game in Bryce Harper. What he does defensively, he's got great speed, got an absolute cannon for an arm, and he's very aggressive, has not met a wall that he doesn't want to run through.
Kyle Seager steps in hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Well, you saw it right there. He's got a good fastball, and he's going to use it. When you throw in the mid-90s consistently, you have to use that weapon.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Solano is over and he tucks it away for the second out.
Batting 7.
You see here on show track, that pitch up and in just ties him in knots. You leave that out over the plate, you'll be in trouble, but if you can locate there, things will be just fine.
Here's Jed Lowry now, as he'll take a look at ball one. No score here as we play inning number 2. Swing and a liner. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. The throw into second. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
Batting 8.
Wow. And how he managed with that swing to wind up with a double is beyond me. Hey, that's baseball.
Stepping in now, Brad Miller, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. The double was his 3rd of the season here in this first month. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
And now what do you go with here on the 1-2 count? I got a feeling that this one won't be in the strike zone either.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Two out here and a runner at second. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More from Yankee Stadium in just a moment. Chris Carter will stand in now. He homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
Well, this guy's hitting over 300 on the year now, and he had a good performance yesterday as well.
Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Well, it seems to me like you've at least got to make him go after something there. I mean, the bat never left his shoulder. And that's making it way too easy for a guy leading off the inning.
Gary Sanchez gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
The 2-0 pitch. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. A runner at first with no outs here. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Didi Gregorius is on deck. Look out as this bat shatters on impact.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Now, this is going to be a short outing if walks continue to be a problem. I mean, that's 2 already here in the second inning.
Didi Gregorius will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
And he lays off there, 1-0. He pulls this one into right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
And this one could have been big trouble here, but this carries out there just far enough to find the outfielder's glove. And that means that both runners, neither of whom were running on contact, are forced to head back to where they started.
Into the box now, Donovan Solano. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
Push to the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
Just a nice inside-out swing here. You'll see he lets that pitch travel deep, and when those hands come through first, just shoots it the other way.
Here's Starlin Castro. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
Hard hit ball to second. Lowry down on the ground. A great play. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Carlos Ruiz steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Hit to third. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now batting, shortstop, Gene Segura.
Gene Segura will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
It's great when he gets out there and get things going like he did. Really gets the rest of the team involved.
Nope.
Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. And that's too high, ball 2. Pineda sets his sights. Here's the 2-0 pitch. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And that's over. 3-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Third inning, no score to this point. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
That's a borderline strike right there, and I think that he had one step out of the batter's box headed towards first already.
Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
Wow, quite a turn of events here. He goes from in the driver's seat 3-0 to falling victim to the strikeout. And in hindsight, you go back to that 3-0 pitch, and I got to believe he wishes he was swinging.
Here's Leonis Martin. As he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Trout is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Brian Dozier digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Designated hitter, Brian Dozier.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
The center fielder, number 27,
Mike Trout will stand in. He, of course, the most valuable player in last summer's All-Star game. From the stretch. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Martin is after it. 1 down.
Whoa, and as a pitcher, you'll hold your breath anytime a ball's hit in the air at this place. But luckily, he got under this ball a little bit too much, and that runner has to retreat back to first base.
Bryce Harper is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. And he misses with it, 1-1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Boy, he's seeing the ball well here early in this first month of the season. Here he doesn't try to do too much with this. He just takes it the other way. That average will climb even higher. He's got another base hit.
Matt Holliday standing in now. As the first pitch to him is lifted out in the air out towards shallow right field. Cruz in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
first baseman, number 33, Chris Carter.
Chris Carter stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the boards as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Nelson Cruz will stand in. He took home a Silver Slugger Award for American League outfielders a year ago. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
That evens it up 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Pineda gets the sign. Here's the 1-2. Got him. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. Darrell Lee will dig in, 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lays off 1-0. Hit hard back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
And you know, that's what they needed. It's just a 1-out single, nothing too amazing. But now at least you get that guy into the stretch and maybe give your guys a little hope up there.
Striding into the box, Danny Valencia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
Runner goes for second. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. He's on the move again from first. Now a swing and a ground ball, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. And he is in there.
Boy, if you want to draw up what a perfect hit and run looks like, use a tape of this at-bat right here. With the right-handed hitter up there, the second baseman's forced to go cover second. And this ball is just slapped right into the big hole that he just vacated. That's absolutely textbook right there.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
0-1, here it comes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, and he takes his eye off it there as it goes right past him into right. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
This team's got plenty of guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but 3 straight singles will do the job as well.
Settling in now, Jed Lowry, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is where he's so comfortable hitting righties so far this year really well, hitting over 300 on the year.
He's set. Here it comes. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, you know, 3 straight hits are bad enough, but now he's making things even worse by falling behind the next guy.
Very weakly on the ground. One there. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. Mariners forced to settle for 1. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Mariners 1 and the Yankees nothing. Leading off the inning, Gary Sanchez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Line drive to left. Miller has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
First pitch swinging here to start the inning, and he didn't waste any time waiting for his pitch. He got it right there. Just hit it right at somebody.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. The 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high, 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
So many times pitchers will get ahead and they'll start to mess around, and the next thing you know, it's a full count like it is here.
Swing and a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. Here to take it is Seager, and that's out number 2.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there. They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Standing in now, Donovan Solano. As he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. 2 out, nobody on. Popped high in the air. Lowry is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They trail this one 1-0. Brad Miller heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Left fielder, Brad Miller.
First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
Well, this is a guy up there that's not hitting a ton right now, but he can still work the count, and that alone can be beneficial to an offense.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Tap fouled at home plate. Looking to avoid his first walk. Now a swing and a fly ball. Harper on the move, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
If you're looking for a good way to add to a 1-run lead, a leadoff walk never hurts. Let's see how they want to play this from here.
Carlos Ruiz stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Pineda pauses. Here comes the first pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. One run, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Lifted into center field. Trout over to his left. And that's the first out of the inning.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Gene Segura will stand in now. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. In tied at 93, ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. One and one, here it is. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time.
Oh, that's it.
Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy out, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Here's Leonis Martin as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Squared that one up just a little late. Lifted the other way to left center. Trout moves over. And the inning is over. 1 left for Seattle, but they're up 1-0. Starlin Castro will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Out in front of it, strike 1. And that hit certainly represents something of a milestone for him. Number 1,000 for his career.
Yeah, that's a nice achievement for him, Matt. It's a long way from the numbers some of the all-time greats put up, but it's certainly very respectable.
Brian Dozier stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball one.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Oh, and this just jumps off the bat here as this is to deep straightaway right field, and you can pretty much forget about this one. That is a long home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field, and the Yankees take the lead. It's 2-1.
I'll tell you what, there is no better feeling for a hitter after being backed off the plate than to turn around and do this on the next pitch. That is just the ultimate. You think you can intimidate me? Think again.
And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. Throw into second, and he'll get in there safely.
Well, this guy's been in desperate need of anything, something. Give him something positive. So this is just what the doctor ordered. It's a mistaken location, no doubt about that. And when a guy's scuffling, this is like a gift from heaven as he jumps all over it and drives it for 2 bases.
Here's Bryce Harper now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Well, you see there on the graphic, that gives him 5 doubles now on the year. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Now one hit near the first baseline, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Protecting. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there.
And sometimes it doesn't quite matter how hard a thrower a guy is. I mean, if he can locate, he's going to be successful. The location here is absolutely spot on. Right on the inside corner. That's a tough, tough pitch.
Matt Holliday standing in now as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball one. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. You get the sense he's starting to nibble a bit at the corners here, and that's something he wasn't doing earlier.
Yeah, and he sort of backed off the throttle a little bit too. I'm wondering if that home run ball might have changed his approach just a little bit.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
3-1, here it is. And the count will be full. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Boy, at the very least, if you're going to go down swinging. That's a tough way to make a second out when you've got a runner in scoring position.
Here's Chris Carter now. As he'll chase one up around the letters here for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And that misses 2-2. Well, you can tell he thought he had him.
I thought he had him, too.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Seager is over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Nelson Cruz will get things going here in the Mariners' 6th as he'll step in to lead off the inning. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Here comes the first pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
Up top, it's 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Harper, still ranging back. Gone! A solo home run from Nelson Cruz. Career number 247 as the Mariners have come back to tie things at 2.
Well, it's got to be getting near the point where they need to make some alternate plans with this guy up there. I mean, now that's his 3rd home run in the series. I mean, what more do you need to see?
The batter.
In now, Darrell Lee. As he swings and hits a line drive out to left. And that's down in front of Holiday for a base hit.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
Stepping in now, Danny Valencia, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked at two close pitches. You get the feeling that this is the calm before the storm. I think he'll unload on this one if this thing is anywhere near the zone.
On his way to pitch number 75. Too tight with that one. 3-0. There's Kyle Seager in the on-deck circle. We'll see him next. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Harper ranging back, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first down.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt, as you take a look there at what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Kyle Seager steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Carter will get there as he's able to tuck this one away just past the first base dugout for out number 2.
Popping it up is bad enough, but doing it on the first pitch, you know, and out of the zone to boot. I mean, this just is not a good AB. I can tell you that.
Jed Lowry steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He's set, and the pitch. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball one. Not close. It's 2-0. Two and 0 count. Here it comes. 3-0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
Maybe even taken 2.
Three and 0 pitch on its way. 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Man at first with 2 out in a 2-2 ball game. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Gregorius is there. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. Mariners strike back to tie things on the solo home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Gary Sanchez gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Gary Sanchez.
Smiley gets the sign. First pitch on the way. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And there's ball one.
Yeah, he didn't get the call there, but he's making some quality pitches on that outside corner.
And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the second inning.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Oh, he's definitely had his way with the bottom of the lineup so far. They've got only one hit against him combined, and he sets another man down on strikes right here.
Didi Gregorius will dig in now. He's lined out and flied out in 2 trips.
Been hitting the ball pretty well, though, despite the offer so far.
First pitch on its way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Now batting, third baseman
Donovan Solano will stand in. He singled and popped out in his first 2 at-bats. Comes set. Now the pitch. And it's ball 1.
There haven't been too many times where we've questioned his strike zone here today, but I've got to be honest with you. I think he completely missed that one.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
And you can tell he's starting to get a little jumpy out there. He's got to take his time and really focus in on the glove.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. A strike, and it's 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And another foul ball. Here's the pitch on 2-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Here's Starlin Castro. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And no problem over there at first as he flags this one down to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Back here in the Bronx, all tied at 2 apiece as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's have a look at our game summary through the first 6. Brad Miller will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. And neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. It appears safe to say now that that man right there has turned things around from his last start.
And it's a great sign, too, of exactly what you need to do. You have to have a short memory out there. But you're right. He's pitching with a lot more confidence in this outing.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
2-2 now.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
We'll take another look at the sequence here on Show Track. Now, as we watch, notice that it's all hard stuff through the first 4 pitches. But then on pitch number 5, he finally turns to something off speed, and that leaves the hitter with no chance.
Here's the catcher, Carlos Ruiz. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Called strike, 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a good pitch, but no offer from Ruiz. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, you know, when you're behind in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
1 out, nobody on. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. To his right, Solano on to first, and there are 2 down.
That's not an easy play down there at third base. You see him have to go to the backhand side there, looks it into his glove, and then makes that strong throw all the way across the diamond for the out.
Gene Segura standing in. First pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. Trout will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Mariners are down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on now as they'll hand it off to Casey Fiend here.
Casey Fiend.
Brian Dozier will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ballgame on 1 swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, he started to go up the ladder there, but then he realized in time that he wasn't going to get there.
That's by him for strike 1.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Very softly hit to the left side. And that's going to be a base hit, so the possible go-ahead run is on here to start the home half of the 7th.
A good sign here to start the home 7th. He finds a pitch to his liking there, and now the go-ahead run's on base to kick off the inning.
Mike Trout steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Ball 1.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. The 1-0 delivery. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. One and two, here it comes. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
And here this is one more time on show track. You can see it. He checked his swing there, and I think he did so in time, but you can clearly see that that pitch is in the strike zone, and I think ultimately that was a called 3rd strike.
Here's Bryce Harper now, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Ripped on the ground to first. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit's all they get. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and we are tied 2-2. Adam Warren is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Adam Warren.
Leonis Martin will stand in, and it's a bullpen game now. Both starters out as we begin inning number 8.
Yeah, both starters are out, and since we're tied, both starters not going to be involved in the decision.
In there, strike 1.
0-1.
Now a bunt attempt here, and he's set down, 1 away.
Now batting.
A look there at the numbers for our 2 starters here today, with both guys recently departed from the ball game and looking on from the dugout. Nelson Cruz We'll stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. Here's the pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. 2 different locations, but equally effective.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Not a lot of offense to go around, but a very tightly contested ball game. 2-2 our score here in the 8th, as it's starting to look more like 1 run may be enough to win this one. Darrell Lee digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Now the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
3-0 now.
And he's got to be up there thinking, come on already, give me something to hit.
Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Castro. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. Matt Holliday set to lead things off when we come back. And we are tied 2-2. And there is Matt Holliday now. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Matt Holliday.
Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. Hit hard back up the middle, and there's a base hit. So just like that, the leadoff man's aboard, representing the potential go-ahead run.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Chris Carter stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. From the stretch. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. He's set. Now the pitch. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
This is just an excellent pitch right here. Location right at the bottom of the strike zone. And if you don't get him to swing through it, hopefully he's going to hit that ball on the ground somewhere, and you'll get ground ball outs. But they'll take that strikeout for out number 1.
Shin-Soo Choo will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 17, Shin-Soo Choo.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Under it now is Segura, and he's got it. 2 away now.
And as a defender, these are the kind of pitchers you like to play behind. Someone who pitches to contact, keeps the defense involved, and he gets an easy pop-up right here.
Didi Gregorius gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
And if there's one guy on this roster that wants the ball in a moment like this, this is the guy.
Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Here's a line drive caught coming off the bag. Pretty much right in the glove that time, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Tucker Barnhart is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 22, Tucker Barnhart.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Danny Valencia. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Danny Valencia.
Now here's the pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two and 0 now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And not the start they were hoping for, as the leadoff man is kept off base to start the 9th.
Number 15, third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Kyle Seager will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Right side and right into the shift. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Up next for Seattle, second baseman, Jed Lowry.
Jed Lowry gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Pitch on the way. And that's taken for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Ground ball right side. Castro's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Score remains 2-2. Mark Zipchinski will come on needing to get 3 outs here to try to send this game to extra innings.
Mark Zipchinski.
Donovan Solano ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometime.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And that misses here, ball 4. And of all things, it's a leadoff walk that puts the winning run on base to start the bottom half.
And in a tie ball game, you don't want to be giving these guys free base runners to start the inning. He's going to need to bounce back from that pronto.
Starlin Castro comes forward to hit with the winning run at first.
Well, this is all about execution here, Matty. At the very least, he's got to find a way to move him into scoring position.
Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Possible winning run aboard here. Nobody out. And there he goes toward second. Smoke toward third. There is Seager. And an offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out.
Yeah, and here with the runner who's on the move, you've got no chance of even thinking about getting a double play. So a smart idea there just to take the sure out at first.
Brian Dozier will come forward now in what could be an at-bat that goes a long way toward deciding this ball game.
And they better be careful, too, because they haven't gotten him out yet. So this is no small task.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Possible game winners at second base here with 1 away. Oh, here's a ground ball up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the Yankees are going to walk off as winners.
And he's going to get mobbed for that one. What a great at-bat here as he just comes through in the clutch and drives home that winning run from second base.
An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, just a great all-around game for him here. You see on the line score, 4 hits, including that big home run. You'd have to say he was instrumental in leading these guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top, 3-2. So long from the Bronx.
Our final light score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees. 3 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. For the Mariners, 2 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.